Welcome back. I just want to let you all know that I am not British and I'm not your financial advisor. Do your own research. I'm not your friend. I'm just some dude on YouTube sharing my crypto DeFi journey, and that's what you should take it as. Not telling you what to do. Each person's got to do it, make their own decisions on themselves and do it by themselves. It's a solo sport, and as many people say. And that being said, I also just want to add on why I said that is that even though I'm not British, I do want to give a shout out to my, the people that I kind of know and do know personally from the crypto community. Hugo Filion, the CEO of Flare Network, and his team, and over there, condolences to you all. Lee from Driptopian and your people and family, condolences to you all. And then also my stateside friends who I do know personally of Peter, Mandy, and Richard. I know they don't listen to my channel here, but anyway, I'm just giving them a shout out anyway. I like those folks and care about them, and so condolences to them and the passing of the Queen. I'm not a royalist and don't follow that whole thing, but most of us have only known Queen Elizabeth, and it's easy to make a caricature of people, but at the end of the day, she's somebody's grandmother, mother, obviously. Great grandmother, and on the personal family side of things, there's people who are mourning and grieving, like many people who are losing loved ones today as well. Bob the bus driver may not be getting the fanfare that she's going to be getting, but just give a moment of silence and shout out and thoughts and prayers for those families who have lost loved ones today and recently. So anyway, will not bemoan that. Want to get this one out the door here so you guys can enjoy your day and hopefully your weekend. I wanted to share with you my major minor fail, and again, the first bullet point here, I should have just stuck with Drip. Should have just stuck with Drip Network, man. It's the platform in DeFi. These miners are, and I hear about them all the time. I hear about all the ones that are coming up. I hear about whatever it is, from baked beans to whatever the new ones are, and then how they're starting to fail and falter. And Stunner brings this up all the time. Stunner Breezy talks about this all the time too. These things all come and go. 500 days recently for Drip Network. The Animal Farms had its issues, but again, that second bullet point here, Flare Network has its issues too, and it's going to be the blockchain that's getting ready to launch here, even though it's probably going to be delayed. So even though I'm critical of Forex, and I'm critical of Hugo sometimes in terms of their launch dates and giving dates and then not being able to get them. It's hard work, and so, and again, for the Drip folks, you're not alone. Flare Network has been delayed for almost 2 years now, right? And so I know March feels like a long time for the Animal Farm to get back up and going, but even if it's delayed another week or so from the, October 18th, it's going to get up there. It'll get done. And again, we're in, the best product, in DeFi and in Drip Network and the Animal Farm and that whole Drip ecosystem. And same thing for Flare. But here's what I'm going to tell you, man. These miners have just been, these are all getting ready to die, right? And, so there's, the BUSD farmer, the B&B farmer, baked beans is getting ready to die. CZ's Kitchen. I don't even I'm not even trying to collect on CZ's Kitchen and Grinch anymore. My Diamond Team 2, which is the developers of Piston Token, that one died. These are all dying. And if I'd put in the money that I put in, originally put in here back into Drip initially, whether it be the, Drip Directly, Drip Garden, or the Piggy Bank, I'd be so much further along. I would have been so much further along. So all of you who are out there who are checking out all these folks who are shilling you all these things, go with what you know. Go with what works. And that, my friends, is Drip Network and the Animal Farm, and then Flare Network too. They've launched with Songbird, and that's been generating yield for me as well, right? And Flare, even though so here's what I want to clear up. I'm going to move on from the miners, and I've talked about it a little bit before, but again, I'd strongly encourage you, if you're going to invest in something DeFi, go with what works, go with what's been around, go with the sure thing. As sure as things can be in DeFi, right? And this is not financial advice, but I would not recommend the miners. And I got a family member too involved in some of these miners, and they did not pan out. So feel a little bit bad, but everybody's their own person, got to make their own decision. So anyway, Flare Network, everyone's killing Hugo and the Flare Network team. because they said everyone's locking on to that September 4th date. And I know Hugo mentioned that as a target date, but he also, cupped it with, if we get through, 8 weeks of being stable in observation mode, right? And so we're just in that 8th week right now. So that could be September 11th, right? And again, he's not given any communication. I don't like people not getting communication, right? I at least like giving, some kind of communication saying, no, we have not launched yet, or, I'll let you know when we have a target, an official date and what that looks like. So I don't think that no communicating is an appropriate communication strategy. So, again, I'm poking Hugh in the eye a little bit, even though the project's awesome and going to be awesome. But again, they have not. But he's still not outside of his window, being that 8th week, right? So, again, am I going to kill a guy over another week or so, just like I'm not going to kill Forex? And no, I'm not. And again, he's still, I think, within his time frame and window here. So, anyway, I'm not going to talk any more about those. I do want to spend a little bit of time before I jump into you and just kind of let you voyeur in on my wallets and where I am with things, right? My thoughts on NFTs, right? Should you invest in them? So, I'm not a big believer in buying NFTs. I have a few hot shots, NBA top shots that I got for like $6-7. Nothing big, right? I've got a few that I've gotten via airdrop, and I am not, and I'm gonna repeat this, I am not a big fan of NFTs that are just JPEGs, right? Like the Bored Apes and all those other ones, and there's a few, higher res NFTs. I don't know. I mean, that's fine if that's your bag, baby. Yeah, baby. If that's your bag, if NFTs and the JPEGs are your bag, it is not my bag. And I'm not investing big time money in those and holding them, because I see the prices plummet. I see it as a passing, like Cabbage Patch Babies and Beanie Babies or whatever those things are. Those fads that come and go, right? I kind of look at them like that. However, here's what I will be investing in, in the future. If it has utility, that's number one. There's 3 criteria for me to invest in an NFT. Number 1, if it has utility. Number 2, if it's tied to a property of some sort, right? So, that could be, real estate, or, maybe you there's an NFT that allows you to kind of share a Porsche or something like that, and it's in an area, that's something that I would potentially invest in, where you actually own physical property that's tied to it, right? And again, I think that the way of, titles and, title companies and real estate transactions and things are going to go the way of NFTs eventually, right? So and being able to buy into an NFT that gives you partial ownership in property that also generates you yield. Again, this is compounding passive income channel, so I'm all about that. The third component that I would be willing to invest in also is sports memorabilia NFTs. Sports memorabilia has been around forever. I have some cards myself. I have some Tiger Woods rookies and some other, golf and basketball cards are my primary. I don't do baseball or football. Basketball and golf cards are, kind of the ones that I'll buy packs on, and I kind of do something with my kids every year. During the draft, I buy, several packs, and we all kind of open them as we're watching the NBA draft. So, anyway, that's just kind of a tradition that we have here in my house. But again, I'm actually thinking about getting my Tiger Woods NFT, or not my Tiger Woods rookie cards graded, and then I might consider figuring out a way to sell a couple of those as an NFT, where I'm actually the original owner of those, and I get commissions. On Flare, on XRP, they're getting ready to upgrade the XRPL so that you can, if you launch NFTs or sell NFTs or create NFTs rather, you'll get ongoing commissions as the owner creator, right, or original owner creator. So anyway, those are the 3 criteria that I would only invest in NFTs, right? So that's utility, and again, one of the things that Drip Network, for you Flare folks who are just following the channel and thinking about getting into Drip as well, is that Forex Shark, the developer, the dev of Flare Network and the Animal Farm, is getting ready to launch in the next couple of months, and I say that with a grain of salt in terms of timeline. But It's called Scratchies, right? And it's basically scratch lottery tickets, right? And you can earn drip, Animal Farm pig tokens or Animal Farm dog tokens, right? And it's basically an electronic scratch ticket, right? Which is awesome. But the nice thing about it is that even if you lose, or if it's a small enough amount that you do win, you can actually hold on to those and stake those losing or low winning scratchy tickets and earn yield on those. And I'm not sure, maybe it's like if you buy a dog token scratchy and it's like $3, but you're able to earn, you know, zero point 0.1 dog a month or something like that for the next 12 months. There's some kind of degrading value that these scratchy tickets have, or, you know, and I'm not sure the details because he hasn't come out with it yet. That's of value to me, right? I have a shot at, you know, earning something larger, and, you know, so I do those because that NFT also has value at the end of the day. You know, it has utility. And there's other utility NFTs that are out there as well. But anyway, that's just something to think about. The second one, again, as I mentioned, is if it has property value tied to it, especially if it's like real estate that has yield. And then the third is sports memorabilia or art. And art can flip between, you know, fall into that real property, you know, number two as well. So anyway, that's all I have to say about my thoughts on NFTs for those of you who are going to do anything. But my first thing I'd suggest you do is considering Flare Network and the Drip Network, where you're generating yield so that as you start really growing and making a lot of money, then you can use that money to buy those other NFTs. So, all right, let's jump over here. Again, feels like just a couple days ago that I was hit that 800 mark, but I'm already at almost 850. Will be probably by tonight, for sure tomorrow, and then 900 is not that far off. Again, I love this little tool here, you know, in drip.formulate that shows you how many days you go to kind of hit these milestones, right? So I have another 7 days before I hit 900, and then 18 days to hit that thousand mark. That's going to be big. So I'll be generating 10 drip a day, and when drip starts to take off, that'll be nice, very, very nice. And the nice thing about drip, for those of you, for the Flare Network folks and Songbird Network folks that are checking this out, when you deposit, you don't get this deposit back, but you're generating 1% daily, and this thing has been up and live and producing 1% daily for 500 plus days and going strong, right? So I'm getting 8.47 every day, and even though the price right now on the, you know, the DEX here, the Drip Fountain DEX is only 716, that's $56 a day, and there's no penalty for me withdrawing every day if I wanted to. Now I'd max out here at 3,000, and I've already claimed 744, and that's basically for compounding or when I'm doing airdrops to my 4 team members or 3 team members, you know, but again, that's what I'd currently max out now if I just decided to stop, you know, compounding in every day, right? And that's awesome. And so when that price, if it gets back up to its all-time high that it was back in January, once we get through this crypto winter, look, that was at $196. You think about what that means when I get to 1,000, right? That's $1,900, baby. You know, that's not a bad day's work at all. You know, I'd take $20 at this point. So anyway, and then we're going to show you the piston token real quick. This thing is starting to crank up here as well. It's doing what it's doing, you know, and it's not, the price isn't that great, but you know, again, I don't have high hopes, you know, long term for piston token. There's nothing like drip. All right, let's talk about Pigpen. I'm getting about 0.01 pigs per day, and I compound every day just because, you know, again, I believe in, even if it's a small amount, adding it up. So I'm at 22 pigs. Price right now is $74.25. My piggy bank, I'll go slowly on this. You guys, I just did a video last week on my piggy bank strategy, but I compounded this morning at about 7 o'clock, and I'll let you guys pause this if you want to, like I said, voyeur in on my wallets and what things are going on. But I'm loving my piggy bank and setting myself up for the long term, because I believe Drip Network and the Animal Farm is going to be is a long term play, and so that's why I'm doing the 57 week and 156 week plays every month. So wonderful things, and I'm super excited about this bad boy. And then my garden, I talked about hitting 1.5 million, as you can see here. This thing, listen, Drip Garden and the piggy bank, I talked about this. Every 21 days, if you're faithful in compounding at least once a day, you can only compound once a day in the piggy bank, but Drip Garden, I'm compounding 3 times a day. But every 21 days, you will double your assets there, right? So in 21 days, I'll have over 3 million, and I should have double my earnings which again, I'll just kind of show you where I'm at right now. As of today, the price keeps going up and down with the price of drip as well as the contract itself, right? But so I'm at 131 bucks today. Price of drip is tanked, not tanked. It's gone down. It's actually been holding pretty strong and steady at $7 there. But so if it stays steady at $7, in 21 days I should be technically at 131 bucks. And there's decay that goes into this as well. But anyway, that's gonna do it. I'm not gonna keep you guys much longer. Have a great day. Have a great Friday Eve. Be kind to one another. Be generous with your money, even though you're not wealthy yet. We will get there when this crypto winter ends, when the Animal Farm launches, and when Flare launches. Show some grace to Forex Shark and also Hugo Filion. They're doing work that none of us have ventured out to do. They're putting themselves out there. We're watching both of these young men grow up before their eyes while they're developing these massively awesome projects that are going to generate a lot of wealth for our families, and I think generational wealth. So anyway, that's going to do it, and we will talk to you next week.